Good evening. What's up, peeps? This is QI Thursday. Anyway, so we're just chatting with Dina on a situation with her grant. Really just about a negotiation and being willing to walk away.
Right.
And just standing your ground if you don't want to do it, and you can't outsource it for that price. Think of like, okay, I can pay somebody else to do it for this, and then I can make the difference. But then you got to deal with the people, so you got to put
right.
with them.
Right. So that's why I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure I can, find another client if they don't, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like they know I'm on the phone. I'm pretty sure I can find another client if they say no. That's not as difficult. So that's why I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Either go by my terms. I tried to meet your terms, or not.
Finds abundance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, it sounds like you got it handled. You just gotta get them to lock them down on something that they're gonna agree to.
Right. Sorry.
No worries. All right. How's your lists been doing?
My list?
Yeah, the lists on your daily.
Oh, on my daily, I've been doing really well on those. I've been hacking away at everything that I put down that I said I was going to do, I've done.
Awesome. So, congratulations.
Right. Thanks. Yeah, it's working really well. So,
what?
Well, except for the one thing, which is, the whole divorce thing.
Yeah.
Still going, yeah.
That's have you looked into that at all?
Yeah, of course I've looked into that and all of, I just have to make the choice.
Did you find it where you could do it yourself?
Okay. I have looked into it. I'm waiting for a couple of phone calls to come back from like legal aid and from I put in the chat with Legal Soon. So yeah, so I'm just waiting to hear back how, because what I'm saying is how and how. That's all. It's how. That's the question.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Yeah.
So, moving forward. Jack, what's up? I saw your live go by on my feed. It looks like you're getting some good engagement, man.
Yeah, there were several people on there. In fact, a friend who I've coached in the past called me up. He was on the live, and then he called me up right afterwards, and he's got a 3-year-old daughter, and it was talking about not being with your kids. He was like, can't do this anymore. I'm done with this depression. Jack, help me get this squared away. His brother committed suicide. His dad just died. His mom's in a hospital, and then his wife boots him. It's like, wake up, or the truck's coming.
It sounds like you already got hit by the truck a couple of times.
First time I worked with him in 30 days, we quadrupled his business, and then we went from his best month ever being $4,000 to $18,000 with 5,000 more in retainers waiting to be paid. Literally 30 days.
Keep us posted on how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, post in the group when you close them. Great job, man. Yeah. So how have you been doing on your list?
A little so, but I have moved forward. I'm working on a course idea, kind of as a lead gen piece. Trying to figure out how to be able to make the process more concrete. So basically, it would be like a 5-10 minute video kind of thing. Be able to get somebody sample of something concrete that's of value. I typically do not generate a lot of content, but I was challenged to do it. I'm like, okay. I drew up the outline for it and got a free account on Teachable. So I'm going to bang that out, and then I'll probably pull one of those 5 videos as a lead gen piece to put on ClickFunnels.
Yeah, definitely. You could run it as a kind of a free course type thing as a lead gen, or if you want to frame it as a challenge, you can go that route too.
Thank you. That is a good idea. It probably should be a challenge, because it's basically pieces of mindset most people who run practices don't understand, right? I mean, it's like you guys' epiphany from last week when you broke your active content making activities down. It's like, look at all the white space on my calendar, right? When you were doing it, you couldn't see that the activities were really only that little bit of scheduled space, right?
Absolutely.
We have such blind spots, but when you actually go through a process of examining it, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. There is a lot more space here when I don't let the minutia fill up my time.
Well,
right?
Let's talk about that for you. What's keeping you from getting your list done on a daily?
No, I was on the phone for 11 hours on Tuesday.
Got it.
I'm not a multitasker. I couldn't do a lot other than deal with what I had on my hands at the time. These are real things happening. I realize it's probably an out picturing of what had been going on, but I'm not letting it stop me. I'm getting momentum against it anyway. It doesn't matter. Whereas 3 weeks ago, that wasn't the case.
What are these calls about? 12 you said 12 hours of calls. What are you spending 12 hours on the phone with?
Well, there's a big telecom development project that was brought into my arena, and one potential client has a telecom business that he's been in for 40 years. Some of it was hearing what it is exactly he's already put together, and the other piece was, okay, how does that turn into a real live project that matches what I do? And then basically breaking all that stuff down to just a few tasks.
So you spend 12 hours with somebody that's not paying you anything?
Yeah, not him, but a variety of different pieces. It was networking contact. There were about 17 people at different phases on that day of phone calls.
Right.
That's it.
So you're giving them a service. You're giving them all this value for free. I don't know them. You charge for this stuff, right? And you're doing it for, like, pointing somebody in the direction is consulting. They don't know what direction that is. And there has to be a point where do you draw the line? And I mean, how many weeks are you going to give them free coaching or consulting?
Well, they're not getting any more free coaching. They're either coming up with money or that's it. I mean, to be able to do the logistics to actually put this on the ground and get paid much more money.
Got it. People take free advice very easily, and when they get hooked on it, and then they want more and more and more and more, and they will try to suck you for as much as they possibly can get. And then as soon as you give them so much, there's a threshold where they won't pay you ever.
I may be enormously more generous with my time than I should be, but I can assure you, I'm not going to have many more days like the day I had the other day without having $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in my pocket for that activity. Up front, I was trying to grease the wheels because, as you well know, I have not had much momentum recently.
Cool. So what are you going to put in place that is going to allow you to get your list and be more productive through the day? I'm
doing some organization tonight to be able to streamline my work environment and to create a space where I can do some recording. I'm going to be following along with that. I'll post, 3 or 4 things in the group.
Is there anything that you see that you're putting on your list over and over again that you're not getting done or you're like avoiding?
Well, I mean, the thing that was showing up like that was that video that you asked me to put together and that live that I just finished.
So Wednesday, I made a commitment to do a live in our group every Wednesday. And that's also the day that Chad and I have a commitment to go to the gym and go. We have a date day. I go to the neurologist, and we go to landmarks. We're like gone all day. So I'm like, how in the world am I going to do a live when we have all this stuff going on? So what I did on Wednesday was I knew that was my intention. That was the day that I said I was going to do this. So I woke up earlier and I did it in the morning, which like I don't like doing lives in the morning. I like doing them in the afternoon. Like I'm not a big people person in the morning. But I knew I put my commitment to it. And if I just got it done in the morning, wouldn't even have to worry about it for the rest of the day. And it could work for me throughout the day.
But yeah, so I think what it really just comes down to, Jack, is there is these things that pop up, and they are the urgent things that happen, right? But then we have what we're really a stand for in our life, and a live takes 10 minutes in a day, right? You know, even if you're spending 12 hours doing on a phone, you have 10 hours or you have 10 minutes to do a live after that. You have like these things are, if you're really a stand for your business and you're pushing things, all this other stuff is just noise. And the things that are important that you really are going to move your ball forward, it's on the list. There's always going to be fires. There's always going to be happens that's going to try to knock you off your game and keep you from getting the things done that's really going to make a difference. If you sleep 8 hours, that means there's 16 other hours in the day. There's so much time in a day to get the things done that you need to on your list, that all that other stuff is really just it's just noise. Cool. Charles, what's up, buddy?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear
you now.
There you are. Hey.
So
what's going on?
How is your list doing? Are you getting everything done on your list every day?
I am. As you've noticed, I have scaled back the ambitious daily task list, and I am task by task only committing to one and finishing each time. I listened to 2 little things this morning. One of them was Holly, and one was this other guy. The message was, just handle it. Do it now. You know, life is busy. Everybody's busy. There's all these BS excuses. And I, you know, I'm obviously getting my way a lot because I want to do everything and I want it to be done right. And the reality is it's never going to be done right.
When you get into that, imperfect action is way more important than getting things perfect, because there is no perfect or right.
Like who determines what's right or not?
Yeah, there is no right either. And so like getting things right is just going to get you wasting time. And so that's good. I'm glad that you picked that up. I think what you really want to do is just task. Everything's a task. It's like throwing stuff out there and seeing what gets the best results, what time of day gets the best results, what, engagement strategy, all that stuff. I think what I would do, man, if I was you, in the sense of stuff like that, because you don't necessarily have that much of a following yet, right?
Right.
You need to go find somewhere that there's a bunch of people that are in real estate and get really engaged in those groups.
And start building your following up.
Yeah, and start building your following up.
Okay. So like start participating. I can answer questions or offer feedback.
Yes.
And I think I probably need to find a few more of those.
Gotta be social. What?
Right? What? But like I'm Mr. like normal antisocial guy. So it's difficult.
Social media doesn't mean just scrolling.
Yeah. Any pictures of you speaking on stage?
Sure, I might be able to find something. If not, maybe
because that's really what you want to. I mean, unless it looks freaking old, right?
Well, I was 400 pounds at the time, so when you look at me in that picture and then you look at me now, I'm like half that size.
What are you doing right now?
In terms of the business, what am I doing right now?
Yeah, like what's your actions? What's your next action?
Next action step is change my uploading pictures and creative stuff like that. I'll have it by tomorrow. Not an issue.
Okay. Why not tonight? There should be a course around your coaching. where they're going through it at the same time, and
Right.
it's going to relieve a lot of the stuff that before it even comes up. Really, you want to be able to have this stuff for really the internal like BS stuff that comes up for them, and like the reason, like what's keeping them from taking action and helping them get over that hump, and not the technical like stuff that's just, it's very like cut and dry. Like this
Right.
stuff, like what's keeping you from actually taking action is way more important than the like how to put a Facebook ad together, because how to put a Facebook ad together is the same every time. This BS of like whatever comes up from that's keeping you from like really like going at it is a
Not something you can watch a video and then get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time.
You have a lot of stuff going on,
Right.
and so you're working 2 jobs. You're working
Yep.
how many hours in with the first job?
The first job from 7 o'clock until 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then the second starts at 5:30 and is an all-night job. But I don't need to necessarily I'm not like awake working. This is
7 days a week. Like when are your days?
I have daytimes on Saturday and Sunday, and Saturday night no work. So there's time. I can fit time in. I could take on another job and still do this. I have like more hours in the day than I know what to do with. And all day while I'm at my day job, I'm able to do other things too. So I just need to do it, and I need to, the problem is that I have an issue with staying focused on one thing. That's my problem.
Okay, got it. So what keeps you like all over the place? Like it's like getting one thing and just nailing it until it's done.
My head is like way past the one item that needs to be done. And so instead of like putting value on that one thing and doing it and finishing it, like my mind is like, okay, I need to be here. And then, I'm not there yet. So in my mind, I'm like, it's overwhelming and I'm frustrated that I'm not there yet. So I just don't end up getting anything done. As I start getting things done and completing them, I become like a freight train. I'm ramping back up to production levels.
I'm going to give you one is focus beats, right? Binaural beats. Are you familiar with them?
It's kind of like a meditational background beat type scenario.
Can be. There's ones that give you different like things, right? So binaural beats are like this thing that you listen to while you're working to help you stay.
It's sound therapy.
Yeah, sound therapy.
The science behind it, the vibrations of the sounds hit your brain waves and can, depending on what frequency you're listening to, will different outcomes into your brain. So there's some that can help you produce serotonin. There's some that can help you sleep. There's some that can help you focus. There's also
I'm very interested. I was just doing some research on some of that stuff last week. Is that something I could find on YouTube?
Absolutely.
YouTube stuff?
YouTube, binaural beats, focus.
Okay.
I have that focus when I'm working. Like it just doesn't work for me. I go very distracted too, and there's been multiple times like, but I would love to do this. And like what I learned is ultimately the reason I get that way for me is I like to be creative, right? And everyone has their own different things of why they have to go. They don't finish things and they go off to somewhere else. So what I learned for me, whenever I want to start a new project and I still have something that needs finished, but I just need a break from it, I go.
Yep.
Like literally, if I want to go, I'm like, oh no, I'll just do this side business on the side. It'll be totally separate. Like it won't even be like we chat as an agreement. Like we made an arrangement. Like here's your coloring book. Shut up and go color.
Right.
And that is, and I'm not saying like you have to go color, that's been something like I need to be creative. So I want to go create new businesses, but that doesn't work because we're focused and on a goal and a mission, and we can't go off doing all these things because it just doesn't work. So
Right.
like, okay, go color and shut up. So there's a reason why, and I can get like, if you're doing all this stuff and then you start things and then you're like, yeah, this isn't where I want it to be. So I'll go start this other thing. Then maybe this thing will catch up and then I'll just keep working on this thing.
I'm also going to send you if I can find it, it's a focus supplement that we were taking for a while that worked really well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I can definitely use it.
There's a bunch.
I know that Amare is amazing for focus as well. That energy drink is freaking on fire. I call it list tea. I'm not joking. I love that stuff. You're pulling that up. I think a good thing, since we've been talking about lists, just to kind of wrap this up, something that you guys may have noticed that on our list that we have on a daily is our millionaire list. And I don't know, like we've never really mentioned what our millionaire list is, only that we do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
So our millionaire list is like we've sat down and all of the things that we have to do on a daily basis to get leads, to get people into our business, for our business to grow, our income producing activities is our millionaire list. There is nothing on that list that it's going to bring us money or leads, which leads will eventually they bring you money, right? So that is the millionaire list. Like, what do you need to be doing in your business every single day to be moving it ahead, to be able to build that momentum and get people into your pipeline?
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
Yes. And if you do that list every day, that's what's going to bring you to your millionaire status.
Yeah. So mine's email the list. It's reach out to the people in our group that's coming into the group and connect with them. And then I do either a live or a post in the group, and a live or a post on my personal wall. And I reach out to everybody with a birthday, and I wish them a happy birthday. And then if it's somebody that I don't want to be friends with, then I delete them.
Delete.
If I don't want to say happy birthday to you, then we don't need to be friends.
Exactly.
Delete.
So, yeah, and that, whatever that looks like. So my millionaire list, I take care of our Instagram. So my millionaire list is posting on my Facebook, posting on our Instagrams, DMing, keeping our stories together, and checking ads. You actually started taking over ads, so I don't do that anymore. That's the one thing I haven't gotten done on my list yet, is I'm rewriting my millionaire list because we just did some restructuring. But those are the main things. So showing up, if you notice, like those stupid things like posting on Facebook, it's probably one of the most important things that you can do when you're building your business on social media, is to post a stupid, whatever it is, post a couple posts even.
Every day?
Yep. There are times, and and this is because I've built enough momentum over the years that I won't post for a day or two. Maybe like if I'm not feeling good or I'm off or something, I just don't post. It's okay now that I've been showing up every day for 5 years. So if I miss a few days, it's like no big deal. And then when I do come back, I get like really great engagement. That's taken years to be able to get that kind of momentum, because I've been there every day. Yeah. So that's why it's been like that.
I'm on it. I'm doing it back and forth with the group and my personal thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because ultimately it's people seeing you every day, and when you're giving value like all the time, and you're like, wow, this person shows up every day. Like, this is the real deal.
Right.
So Charles, I think something that with your energy, I think we sent him a video on priming.
What?
So there's something called priming.
Priming?
Yeah, it's something Tony Robbins teaches. It's basically exerting all a bunch of all of your air out of your body, and you just hit it out, and you have an attention to it, and it literally puts you into an amazing state. and it also it gives you a bunch of energy. It's like equal to a bunch of like meditating. Like I do it.
Huh. All right.
But I think that could be really helpful. And like anytime that you need energy, you can just go into the bathroom, go into the stall, freaking, prime it up a little, or outside, like in the parking lot, or whatever you need to do to do that. I do it before. I used to do it before videos all the time. I haven't been lately. I need to just keep things hot. To cognitive priming, what you're talking about is Wim Hof breathing. Got it. Yeah, I've never heard of it called that, but that makes sense.
Well, Tony Robbins for making it easy for people.
He just takes stuff from other people and then gives it cool names.
Yep.
But that's what we do.
We learn.
Hey, you learn from you copy success. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how you win.
That's how you win. But
success leaves clues.
There you go. All right. So, any questions? Anything you guys need to work through before we jump off here?
No, I'm good, man.
Cool. I'm gonna encourage you guys to get your millionaire lists together.
Yeah, get your millionaire list together and post it in the group.
Okay.
If you need help, figure it post it in the group. Is this what I should be doing? Right? It's okay if you don't know what you should be doing every day. That's going to generate leads and stuff. So yeah, feel free to post it in the group and we can give some feedback.
All right, I'm in.
Cool, man.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
All right, you guys.
Appreciate you.